Every time I got notifications, I would go on YouTube and practice. As once my YouTube is on, I get my book and my paper and I start jotting things down. And during the weekends, I read up everything and try all those patterns on a demo account. And when they go well, the next week I execute it on my trade live account. And that was actually how I kept on moving gradually to where I'm at right now.
Welcome back to the CTI YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to interview Ebuka, who has participated in the Trading Nut Funded Cup competition that is sponsored by CTI. In this interview, we get to know a little bit more about Ebuka, who's from Nigeria, and he's been trading since 2019. He's got a very good strategy. It's a swing trader, and we get to find out about Ebuka, how he got started trading, and also how he managed to achieve 20% in about the first week. What an amazing performance. So we go through his statement to see his trades and talk about it also. Make sure that you watch until the end because it's very educational and it's packed full of wisdom. And make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. And if you're interested in the next competition, make sure that you register before the 10th of June so that you're guaranteed a spot in the next competition. I will leave the link in the description below so you can find it easy to register. On Friday the 3rd, we're going to announce the winners of this competition that we're currently running. So make sure that you attend on YouTube. It's going to be a live stream. We're going to be giving away tons of prizes. I can't wait for it. So make sure that you turn up because we're going to be giving away some surprise prizes. It's just going to be an absolutely fun time. I look forward to it. Enjoy this interview with Ebuka. Welcome, Ebuka. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Fantastic.
Rodrigo.
Right? Yes, Rodrigo. So thank you for your time here today. The reason why we wanted to contact you and the reason why we're doing this interview is because you've been part of the Trading Nut competition, the Funded Cup competition that is sponsored by City Traders Imperium. So it's really good to have you here and talk to you, find out a little bit about your story, how you got into trading, also a little bit about your trading strategy. I'll be really interested to know, what you were thinking during the competition. So yeah, what's been your experience so far in the Trading Nut competition?
All right. For the trading competition, I really enjoyed myself. Sincerely, I enjoyed myself, not until I got stopped out, and that was just my fault. I guess I can't blame it on anybody. That was actually my fault, and maybe I just didn't take. I didn't keep to my trading plan as usual. I wouldn't have opened 3 trades instead of 2. I opened 3 because I was trying to meet up. I was trying to meet up the top leaderboard. I worked a little bit with pressure. So, but that's actually what that's actually what stopped me out. But the competition so far was really good because I know most of the trades I took, I really made gains. And my target was from 100 pips and more for every trade I placed. So that was actually what gave me more that was what gave me an edge to making it to the top 10 for the second week. So
that was really impressive. I was looking at your statement and you were catching some really nice trades, and I think at one point you were up just over 20%. So I mean, to get 20% in just a week or two, that's pretty amazing. And so so I wanted to thank you for joining in this interview. So it will give us an opportunity to get to know you as a trader, hear about your story and your experience during this competition. It's a tough thing, right? Competition trading, it's a tough thing, but that's why we wanted to make it fun for all of the Trading Nut community. And so that's why we partnered up with Trading Nut to sponsor this competition. With our funded accounts going on. And so, as you know, all of the top 10, all the participants in the competition actually get a prize. but it's the actual top 7, I believe, get an actual funded account. So yeah, so thanks again for joining us. So let's talk about how you got into trading. Also, let everyone know what your name and where you're from, and yeah, and how long you've been trading. So it'll be really interesting to hear everything.
All right. My name is Ebuka John Kingsley. As you already know, Ebuka John Kingsley. I'm from Nigeria. And my trading started off when I have a friend. I used to have a very close friend. That was 2019. That was around mid 2019, around May. I noticed he was constantly on his phone. So I had to ask him, because then I was actually looking for work. I was trying to, survive in the country where things weren't easy for me. So I found out a friend of mine was trading. I didn't know anything about trading at all. So I asked him what it was. He told me this is just a new way of making money online. I was like, man, I'm interested because as you already know, I don't have anything doing right now, and at least I have some funds. I could actually start this thing. At least there's no harm in trying. So he was like, okay, fine. If I wanted to start, I should go download an app. There was an application he told me to download, which was Go Forex. I don't know if you know about the app Go Forex. That was actually how I started my trading. So I went and read everything. I had my books. I jotted things down because I took it like a course of study in school. That was actually how I kept on doing it. I did it for 1 month and I could fund a little to test my abilities. And this was around 2019, around May 2019. So I started off well. So it gave me the motivation to keep pushing because I saw this platform as a platform that would eventually, lift me out of having to work too hard for somebody from 9 a.m. to like 5 a.m. So
Yeah.
that was how the progress started, and I saw the improvements I made. On my first funding was around $50. I was able to make over $200 in a week. I was like, this is impressive. So the next one, out of emotion, I had plenty trades on because then I used to trade with very small lots, 0.02, 0.03, at times 0.01. So I opened a couple of trades. There were almost like 10 trades. So I was all in profits and I was very happy because I was a scalper then. I could scalp 5-10 minutes and get my money off the market. So
okay, and where did you learn the scalping strategy?
Just on YouTube. I followed when I go on Google, I type best Forex tutors, and a lot of links would come up, and I'll just keep going one after the other. I'll be entering each and every one of them, and I found out about. I came across Renatio. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, Renatio. He's really good.
Yeah.
So I could understand easily what he was explaining in every of his videos. So I got interested. I turned on his notification and subscribed to his channel. And that was actually how I always got notifications. And every time I got notifications, I would go on YouTube and practice. Once my YouTube is on, I get my book and my paper and I start jotting things down. And during the weekends, I read up everything and try all those patterns on a demo account. And when they go well, the next week I execute it on my trade live account. And that was actually how I kept on moving gradually to where I'm at right now.
Wow.
Even during 2020, during COVID year, that the whole world was locked down, I made some money. Everybody was crying. Oh man, I don't know what to do. I don't have money. I've just been spending. There's no way to get funded this time. No work, nothing. Not everybody was just at home. But I was safe because I could trade. I made a couple of dollars during COVID COVID-19.
Wow,
And
congratulations. That's definitely a really interesting story. It's almost like it's almost like what they say about luck, isn't it? Luck is essentially preparation meets opportunity. And so you were prepared for when the opportunity came where you had to earn an
yeah,
income from home. You had to earn it from a computer or a phone, something that didn't involve going out because of these lockdowns. And so being a trader during these difficult periods globally is was I guess it's one of the best jobs you could ever ask for. And yeah, I was doing something similar. I was trading, I was back testing, simulating during these lockdown. So it was a very good time to really develop as a trader. And I think many traders, many people became a trader during this period. And so it's your story is very inspirational because that's what CTI is all about. We're all about giving every single trader the opportunity, those who are committed, those who are disciplined. And obviously you've shown commitment. You've gone, you've continued to develop yourself as a trader. And now you've obviously participated in this competition. You've done quite well on it. You've done a lot of studying and a lot of back testing. So and so the strategy that you're using currently, is it a scalping strategy that you're using still, or what is it?
mm,
What type of strategy do you follow?
I'm actually a swing trader. I take trades for days and possibly even a week because I don't want, since I'm occupied with other jobs and it's during weekends like this, I just go online and analyze, have a full study of JPY pairs because I love JPY pairs because of the volatility. So JPY pairs, USD pairs, and Euro pairs. Once I
Yeah,
just check that out, I'll now have my jotter, write everything down against next week. That's against the coming week. And on the Monday of that week, I'll be waiting for my opportunity to trigger. And once it triggers, that's it. I enter the trade. And once I place a trade, I try to leave it for a day or two at least, because I stopped scalping since I don't always have to be on my computer
yeah,
from morning till night because I have to secure other jobs. I get money from other jobs too. So when I
yeah,
get money at times, I fund to increase my margin level.
yeah, yeah.
So
Fantastic.
that
It sounds like you've got a really good process, and it's just a matter of being consistent with it now, isn't it? So,
yeah.
in the first couple of weeks during the competition, you were doing really well, and so could you talk us through sort of how you were thinking about your trading and your performance at the start of the competition? Because you were up around 20% really quickly. You made it to the top 10.
Yeah, at the start of the competition, the first thing I battled was pressure because I didn't want to give myself pressure because I knew that if I had given myself pressure, I wouldn't have made it to the top 10. That was one thing I was fighting. I was not trying to look at any other person. I knew we were many, taking the competition, but I didn't want it to just overwhelm me. So I just kept on to my trading rules, my regulations. I just made sure I was moving at my own pace.
Yeah,
And that was actually how I was able to make that 10%. Because there was actually a time I went to my meal because I think you posted the link where we could observe the first 20
yeah,
for the week. So I think I went there, but I didn't really give it much attention because I didn't
yeah.
want anything to distract me.
That's
And then I
yeah.
think I made a little loss and it affected me. So I didn't want that pressure to come upon me. So I relaxed myself for that week. And the next week I made sure I pursued at least $5,000. That was actually how I made
Yeah,
it.
I can actually see it right here. The GBP JPY, you took a short with two. Yeah, you were actually short a few. You took out three big wins from it. You were short six lots in total. Uh, two of them, one of them you made 2%. Um, the other one you made 4%, and then the other one you made 10%. Wow. So that was a big win for you. So in pips, you entered. Let's see where you entered. Um, I believe you entered at 164.20, and then you exited at. Sorry, no, you entered at 167, 163, and 162. So you ended up catching about 200 to 300 pips on that. So yeah, I can see why you're a swing trader. And there was one trade. The other two, I think, were day trades. Were they
Yeah,
not? But in the other one, where you held it for about 2 days, because I can see there was a swap fee here. Wow, so
yeah.
that was an amazing trade. I'm probably going to go check out that move on the charts after this call, but very interesting. So yeah, I can see how that win must have given you a lot of confidence. And then afterwards, you took a few smaller wins, um,
Yeah.
and then it looks like you went for a period of a losing streak. Now, during this losing streak, you took very small losses, like less than 1%. It was more like 0.5%. So how do you usually experience losing streaks? What is your process when you go through a losing streak?
Okay. Actually, the first thing, like as a trader, and every site you enter, every site you're on, they'll tell you to make sure you manage your risk. And that's essentially what I do. That's one of the first things I do as a trader. I try to manage my risk because I know the higher I lose, the more my emotions take control over me. So I try not to let that come in play. So I set my stops just, and I must be sure, I have to be sure of where I'm taking the trade, where I'm entering that trade. So that's why, so that gives me enough confidence to tighten up my stop so that if I get stopped out, no problem. But I'll still find another position within that trend to get into the market again. That's actually how I do it.
Wow, that's a really interesting process, and it's all about focusing on the process. So even if you're going to win the trade or lose the trade, the most important thing is that you focus on your process. You focus on the risk
Yeah,
management, because that
yeah,
that's what you have control in, and that's so important because it really does help regulate your emotions, especially during losing money. I mean, nobody likes to lose money,
yeah.
um, and so after this losing streak, you had another winning streak on. You took a big win on the euro yen. That was about 4.5% win. Then a 3% again on the Swiss yen, another 3%. So you were doing really well. It was the end of April, beginning of May. So you went through this winning period, but then something happened on the 3rd of May, where you ended up losing 4.5% in a day, and
Yeah.
so that you ended up getting disqualified from the competition. So what happened? talk
Yeah.
us talk us through this. You were doing so well.
Actually, actually, what happened was I took the trades. When I took those trades, I was actually trying to, because I checked the number of weeks we had gone. That was the second week of the competition.
Yeah.
And I was like, how possible is it that I haven't made at least $20,000, on top of the $50,000? I was actually, my emotions came in play, but I didn't let it overwhelm me that much. So instead of taking two trades, like opening two positions for a particular pair, I opened three positions. I think
Yeah,
I
there
still
was
don't have.
three. Yeah, there was.
Yeah, so that was actually what let me out. And after the trades cut me off, it still reversed and went my way. And that's just, if I hadn't taken up to three of those positions, I would have saved one just to pursue it back to the upside.
Yeah, so it
So
was literally a moment of weakness there where you make that one
yeah,
mistake, and it happens. And so it's really interesting that especially with trading, this is what happens all the time. And so what would you say was the most important lesson from this mistake that you made?
okay. I learned a lot, even though it was just a competition. we may actually feel this is not real money, but when I'm trading, whether on a demo or on a competition on my live account, I try to keep all of my rules and regulations. I try to manage my risk. So I learned a lot because right now I can open, even no matter how sure I am of a particular trade, I can open more than 2 positions for that particular pair. So that if I get stopped out, I'll have at least another chance to pursue the market. And so that's actually this is literally what I learned from this mistake. I shouldn't have done that, but the deed has been done already. I corrected myself though. I felt bad about that, but I didn't let it overwhelm me. Emotions.
Good. That and it goes to show that everything what you've just said is pure wisdom. I mean, we all make mistakes as traders. We all blow accounts. We've all done it. But as long as you don't lose the lesson behind the mistake, then it's not really a mistake. It's not a failure. In fact, it's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to grow and get better and progress. So from this one experience, you can take this, and this could literally be the turning point, the breakthrough that you needed to really cement that you need to have those 2 trades and no more. Because if you're wrong in your where you put your stop loss, but price still ends up going in your direction, you can get back in again. And so I think you obviously have a very good strategy. You have the right type of mindset, and that's literally the formula. That is the I guess what they call the holy grail of trading. It's what you have in that's what you have in here. And so I think you have a very bright future as a trader. So would you be participating in the next competition? Have you already registered?
Yeah, I registered for another competition. I think that was for June.
That's right. Good. So now for June, you know what to do now. You know what not to do. And I think it would be even better if you just ignore the leaderboard. Ignore that.
Yeah.
Focus on you. Yeah. Focus on your trading, on your process, and follow your risk management strategy. That's all you need to do, and you're going to be doing very well if you continue to trade like you have done so. So yeah. On that note, do you have any sort of advice that you would give other traders who are in a similar position to you?
Okay. There is a lot of advice to give beginners and to give other traders and traders in the competition, because I know emotions must come in play. It must come into play. So we have to always fight that, because most traders do not fight that. The moment you check the leaderboard and you see you're not amongst the first 20, you may feel demoralized about trading, and the next thing you do is you don't mind again whether you take bigger risks than your target. You just want to make it, and you just want to make it to the leaderboard, the top 20 leaderboard, which affects your psyche generally. It affects your trading generally. So every trader, the first thing they would have to look out for is they should make sure they can manage their risk. Once you can manage your risk, I believe even if it's a 1 to 5, it's something. It's something. 1 to 5 risk ratio. I think that's reasonable, because that's like the least I can go for every trade. That's the least I can go in for every trade. 1 is to 5. 1 is to 5 plus, not just 5, because I always target higher with smaller risk.
Yeah.
So
I
would advise any trader, those in the competition, those trading their live account, those, I don't know what sort of trader you are, you just need to make sure you're able to manage your risk. That's the most important thing, because the moment you lose your funds or your emotions is completely damaged.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's really good advice. A lot of wisdom there. So guys, if you're struggling right now, make sure that you rewind, take some notes, because there's some really good golden nuggets there. So and if you guys are interested in participating in the next competition, I'll leave some links in the description so you can register for the next one, which will be around You need to register before the 15th of June, I believe, but make sure you register before the 10th of June, so you still got some time. And yeah, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, show some love and support for Ebuka, and
Show
good
some
luck.
love.
Yeah, show some love, and make sure that you're subscribed, and make sure you hit that bell notification so when we post more information about the competition and these sorts of videos, then obviously you'll be notified. So Ebuka, it was really good. It was a pleasure to meet you. I wish you all the best of luck in your trading, and actually, hopefully I'll see you in the live stream. So we have a live stream on the 3rd of June where we're giving away all the prizes to all of the top winners. So it will be really good if you can join us there on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Fantastic. I will send all the information via email anyway.
All right. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for having me advise other traders, especially those in the competition, because I know it's not easy right now. I know what I passed through. I know the rules and regulations I had to, follow to get to where I got to during the competition. So no matter where they are right now, they shouldn't feel weary. They shouldn't feel like they are not doing good, because it's just a gradual process. Trading is not something you wake up today, you learn this month, and the next month you're a millionaire. That's not how it works. So it's a gradual process. So thank you very much for this platform, and I appreciate that. I'm really grateful.
It's our pleasure. That's what City Traders Imperium is all about. So yeah, thanks for that, Ebuka. Take care of yourself.